It's census time again here in Australia, and one of the questions that is quite contentious is the religion question. My personal social media feed has been full of ads from the censusnoreligion.org group. They come up every census, actively proselytizing for atheism and telling people if you're not sure about your religion, tick none. There are some things in their campaign they get right and some they get wrong. Let's start with the wrong. The No Religion campaign is telling people that if you aren't sure or if you don't practice your religion, if your religion is something you kind of grew up with but you're not too sure about it anymore, tick none or no. But here's where religion gets complicated. It's often linked to our culture, to our identity, to a much broader category of things that make us who we are. Religion has been notoriously difficult to define. Scholar called Jonathan Z. Smith says the category itself is basically a scholarly invention, a way to put some language and description around a set of behaviours and beliefs. At the one end of the spectrum, we have people like anthropologist Edward Taylor, who defines religion simply as belief in spiritual beings. That's a very broad category of people. At the other end of this spectrum, we have sociologists such as Durkheim who want to put a number of qualities down to capture religion. So things like beliefs and practices that we can observe, rituals, a set of symbols, perhaps some sacred texts, initiation ceremonies and identity markers that shape community. And so religion from that point of view becomes a number of things we can observe and catalogue. But the complication is that our religion is often a subcategory of our culture. And so it's not as simple as saying, well, I'm no longer Catholic because I don't really go. You might still genuinely feel you're Catholic even if you don't go to church, and that's okay. Here's what this group do get right though. The religion question is deeply flawed. Not because it's biased towards religion by assuming you might have one. The very first box you can tick is none. But the categories itself in the question show how little our government and bureaucracy understands the category of religion. Some of these on the list are religions, like Islam and Hinduism, although they have their nuances within those categories. And some of these are not religions, they're denominations. Uniting Church, Baptist, Anglican. These are types of Christianity, not religions in and of themselves. So for someone like me who's a bit of a pedant, I tick the other and write Christian in a box because my religion is I'm a Christian, my church is Uniting Church, but that is not my religion. I hope that by the next census we can have a question about religion that might accurately reflect the kind of things people believe and practice. Questions about spirituality, questions about practices, questions about adherence to faith communities. But in the meantime, this is the question we have, so answer it however you like.